Hello, welcome to Sun, Moon, Star Tarot. My name is Gina. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. These next 4 bell sounds are to align us and to bless this reading. This reading is going to be for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising. I'm going to go ahead and get started, and this is going to be your May chakra infused update. Chakras are energy centers in the body. And so we have Muladhara, root chakra, Swadhisthana, sacral chakra, Manipura, solar plexus / ego. Then we have Anahata, heart chakra. We have Vishuddha, throat chakra. We have Agnya or Ajna, third eye chakra. And then we have Sahasrara or crown chakra. All right, so for Muladhara, we have 4 of cups. So right now, like, your foundation is a little shaky. Your foundation is boredom and apathy. And see, I already channeled the name of this reading for you guys. And that was dive deeper into your emotions. And this is someone who rejects their emotions. And then the bottom of the deck here, we do have the 9 of cups. That is someone who is emotionally in their depth and emotionally like deep divers. And then we do have the Empress here as well. And that's someone who would have that emotional stability and emotional abundance. And then we do have the Tower here with the Hermit card and Death here. So a lot of major arcana surrounding, so a lot of changes happening in your life. And perhaps this comes when you kind of let go of this apathy. And we do have the Fool here. The deck came up. And we do have the Fool here. That is the one, I'm gonna put this here because it just came out. I didn't mean for it to. But if that is someone who just takes risks and they follow their heart, so perhaps you have not been following your heart or following your emotions at this time, and this is Spirit coming in and saying you're needing to get back into your emotions. And then we do have for Swadhisthana, 7 of Pentacles. Perhaps you're in this space because you have been waiting for something or perceive yourself as waiting for something. Perhaps on a co-creation of sorts. We do have Knight of Pentacles, some more independent energy coming in here. And then we did have the Hermit card come out too. And we have 2 9s here. We have 9 of Cups here. And then we have the Hermit card, which is the card of 9. So message of angel number 999 for you guys. You make sure you look that number up. And then we do have Vishuddha as King of Swords, someone who is non-emotive. Someone who isn't necessarily not emotional, but they just make decisions from a place of logic. And this is kind of ironic to me because you are a Cancer, and Cancers tend to be very emotional. And I'm getting a lack of emotion here, perhaps because of this apathy. So perhaps you feel disconnected from your heart chakra at this time because you are diving deep into your emotions. And we do have Ajna, Judge, a lot of major arcana. Wow, a lot of major arcana. Even still, you're being divinely led. And perhaps you are going to come to a new awareness this month, or Spirit is leading you to a new awareness. We have the Knight of Pentacles just flopped out. And that is the slowest night, but the night that gets shit done, basically. And then another 9 is coming in. We do have the 9 of Wands. So more of a protective energy, more like you're standing guard and you're watching out and you're seeing what's coming toward you. So you're needing to let your guard down a little and like needing to open up your heart a little bit more. Perhaps this is from a situation that caused you to kind of close off your heart and kind of like just transport into this mode of like, you see how in this card she's just here and she's there, but she's not really aware of her surroundings. And that's what the 4 of Cups is all about, is someone who's really not aware of their surrounding. And the Fool, on the contrary, is someone who really embraces what they want blindly, and that is what Spirit is wanting you to do. And perhaps this is coming after a decision, a verbal decision, because we have Vishuddha with the King of Swords, and this card is like really calling to me. So perhaps this is coming after long thinking and a decision to do something that you normally wouldn't do, and it stems from wisdom and just being articulate and just putting your foot down a little bit here. And we do have the Knight of Pentacles. That's someone who doesn't really have a care in the world. They're like, okay, I'm here. They're so in the now. I feel they're so in the present. They're so after their own joy and after their own heart. And yeah, perhaps you were co-creating with someone and at this time they're not available, or perhaps you are waiting on them or something like that. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so it might not all resonate. But overall, I just feel like for the month of May, you're needing to shift your perspective into more of a divine perspective and get in touch with your feelings and in touch with your emotions. So for your Oracle card advice, we have burden. So perhaps you were burdened with something and that's why you kind of closed it off, or you kind of shut it down basically. And then we do have changes though. So beautiful. So like even, and then we do have the Star card here too. And the Star talks about being divinely led. So these changes are divine. Even the situation is divine. You're just needing to shift your perspective into that perspective. And then we do have to the Sea. Again, that's about spirit coming in and really leading you and guiding you. And 7 is the card, is the number, for her Sahasrara, or crown chakra. And I believe the Star card is number 17. I can be wrong. But if it is, just another synchronicity here. And then we do have a leg up. And that's more support from spirit. So you are very supported in this time. Whether you know it or not, you just need to reach out to your guides, reach out to your higher self, reach out to those around you. And if you're feeling lonely, kind of embrace it and like be like, okay, what is this trying to teach me? You know? And then we do have this card, I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. So yeah, at this time I don't want to say your thoughts are low vibrational, but like they're just stemming from more of a lack mindset. And it says, if you were contemplating an action that caused a negative emotion, we would not proceed with the action until we had resolved the negative emotion. So basically, and we do have the 4 of Cups, you are being called to resolve your negative emotions and to bring yourself back into emotional alignment with your higher self. We would make sure that we had come into alignment with Source before receiving your higher self by feeling for the improved thought in time, and usually in a short time, you will feel the harmony of your Source. You will know the appropriateness of your behavior. We would not look for the long list of right and wrong, duality, and we do have duality here on the bottom of the deck. So you're seeing something in too much of in an extreme way. You're needing to combine and synthesize those thoughts into ones that feel better, basically. But we would not look for the long list of right and wrong, but instead we would feel for the emotion of alignment with Source. So basically just finding emotions that make you feel good. And you are supported in this time. And then we have, just by the way, this card, we have 2 card number 34s coming in over the same area. You see? 34. 34. And then we have 33. 34. Just keeping that in mind. Synchronicities. All right. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. The dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you, and is what is behind the action that you offer. By seeking good feeling thoughts that align with your Source, your action then always feels good. You cannot muster enough action to compensate for a misaligned thought, but action that is inspired from aligned thought is always pleasurable action. So basically just making sure your actions make you feel good. And so if you're doing something like that doesn't feel pleasurable, then you're needing to find something that makes you feel pleasurable. You're needing to prime yourself into alignment, basically. I'm going to pull 2 more cards for you of advice. Higher self, spirit guides. What is some advice for Cancer in the month of May at this time? What is some advice for Cancer? You have forgiveness and recognition. Perhaps you're needing to forgive someone or forgive yourself. And recognize that no one is flawless. Vibrations. Your vibration is raising at this time. Okay. I'm going to just flew out here. Advice. And then one more card for advice here. Advice. Done. We have mirroring. So everything in your reality is simply a mirror for you. Your thoughts create your reality. Your self-worth is needing to be improved at this time, or is being improved, and you are transforming. So yes, your self-worth is being drastically improved. Know all of the natures of the offers that you receive, and you have free will in every decision that you make. The universe cannot impose anything on you. Everything that happens to you, you create. Alright, so we do have, what card is this? We have fear. I had a feeling this card's going to come out. We have fear here. You need to address all the fears that you have. And it doesn't have to be in a negative way. Like, you can address the fear and then embrace the fear with love. And then we do have devotion. That is just a higher level of like piousness and like really putting your heart into what you do, basically. So you need to call in that energy, that heart-centered energy. Remember that we did have a Nine of Cups. And that is all about emotional depth and deep diving and being your own spark, I feel. So thank you so much for watching, Cancer. And I'm going to be sure to thank your guides and your higher self for allowing me to channel you and allowing for you to find this video. Please make sure you comment down below what part really got to you. And be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And also turn on post notifications. I will see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.